Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Season 37, War number 8. We're taking on Avengers Fellowship. And I get to bring a few of my favorites into war today. King Groot returning for the second war in a row. Joining him are Void and Hercules. Going to be a quick war today. I only have 4 fights. First one is this Killmonger on Node 13. No APOC today. We're going to go in with King Groot so that we can get the permanent armor break applied to Killmonger and shut off that reverb. I almost said vibranium, which is kind of true, but not really. Reverb. Alright, so we have Masochism, so you can see we parried at the start there just to trigger Masochism. We unfortunately were not able to get the armor break off in time, but that's okay because we were able to get the special one off, which applies 3 armor breaks. The first one was eaten and triggered Masochism. The second 2 were applied, so the reverb is shut off for the remainder of the fight. So now basically we just have to play stun immune for the rest of the fight. No more special ones because we don't want to trigger Masochism. And we can just, we are going to trigger it with the SP2. We could just play like no specials here, but I think it's going to be a little bit faster just to do the special 2 with some beefy furies there. There we go. That was a decent amount of damage. You know, we are canceling out a bit of the regen with Despair. Not a lot though. You can see he's healing up quite a bit. It's ticking for over 1,000. So I think during this fight, I'm thinking like, you know, is it worth it to continue trying with these special 2s, or should I just, rely on my basic attacks with the big furies to try and get him down? And I think I decide that it's really worth it to continue with the special 2s just because of the secondary damage. It's quite a bit, as you can see. And even though he is healing up quite a bit from the poison when it's eaten by Masochism, I am netting a lot more damage on him than I think I otherwise would be. So, King Groot, shuts down Killmonger, of course, very easily. So really, it's just a matter of just, playing smartly and not taking unnecessary hits. I don't want to accidentally parry him either, although, again, it really wouldn't matter because we would outdamage his regen anyways. Down he goes. Alright, so this is a really good placement. This is a HULKBUSTER on Node 20 with Spaced Armor and Masochism and Strike Counter Fury. I wasn't sure what the play was going to be here, what the best option was. We did have a Nebula on Path 3 that my Pathmate had brought in, rather. But he was asleep until the next day, so I decided just to go in here with Hercules. So the goal here is I only really want to knock him down once, which I did already to get that heavy in. So we're really just relying only on our basic attacks, building up our strength with intercepts only. I don't want to knock him down again because HULKBUSTER is a conduit defender, and we don't want to trigger that node at all. Hercules' attacks are all physical. The burst damage is all physical. So as long as we don't knock him down, we're never going to trigger conduit just naturally here. So the furies from Strike Counter are building up, and you can see he is hitting into our block for a decent amount of damage, but luckily he's being very cooperative with his special attacks. They're very easy to dodge, so this ended up being a pretty easy and quick fight with Hercules, as most fights with Hercules are. Alright, we're up in Section 2. This is a Mysterio on Node 30. Again, going to use King Groot here, again because we can get the permanent armor break on Mysterio and shut off all of his annoying abilities. And then we are also going to be immune to the power drain off the special 2, although I think he throws these special ones in this fight pretty liberally, so we don't even get up to the special 2. Alright, so we get the special 1 off right away there, so that shuts off his poison gas, or whatever it's called, from gaining. When he throws the special 1, we do kind of have to just sit and wait for the reflection to wear off, but other than that, it's not a big deal. You can notice that I'm blocking his special attacks. That's because I'm trying to be conscious about not activating too many dashbacks consecutively and then triggering regen, because I don't want him to go unblockable. If he goes unblockable when we have to try and run away from his reflection, that's going to be a bit problematic. So I do think I take a heavy to the face here, right there. My inputs just like didn't do anything. I tried to dex out of the way after that parry because he had the reflection gas up. Didn't work. Took the heavy, no big deal. King Groot is a tanky bud. And then I think the special 2 ends up finishing him off. There we go, easy peasy. Another good counter for Mysterio. All right, last fight of the day. I think I've taken this fight once or twice in these recent war videos. This is a Iron Man Infinity War with Buffet over time. Really easy to counter Buffet with Void. You know, similar to a champ like Spider-Man 2099, you can dex pretty freely with Void and not actually trigger dexterity, especially on the special one, which you saw right there. So it's easy to, you know, evade his special ones. And I think I do it. I don't think he goes unblockable at all in this fight. I do a really good job of not triggering Dex. You'll see it again here. There we go. So even though, you know, we are kind of still getting out of the way, it doesn't actually trigger the precision buff there. So, and then just, you know, sticking to reparries, keeping one eye on the armors, of course, because we don't want to trigger auto block. That has been a problem with me in the past, where I'll just go, you know, go ham on him and forget about the armors and then get auto blocked and take a combo. We've got him heal blocked here, which is fine. We can't reverse any healing, which is, you know, doesn't matter. But having those petrifies up and Fear the Void up in a second here is going to turn off that really irritating power gain at the end of the fight. Blocking the blast from the special one, of course, because, you know, again, we don't want to trigger Dex. And you know, it's you know, Void. No, Void is Void. He's my boy. All right, so we are at the threshold here. So heavies only from this point on. You can see the power is draining rather than gaining, and one more heavy finishes off the fight. Super clean, no unblockable at all. That's really nice. Really happy with the way that fight turned out. Happy with the war as well. We got the victory. 4 kills, 0 deaths. Brings our record up to 5-3, and I think we're back into the middle area of Plat 3. I think, which is pretty solid for a 2 battle group alliance. Very happy with where we're at right now. That's going to do it for this one. Again, there's going to be no War 9 video because we are currently facing off against a Shell Alliance, so we're going to skip War 9. Hopefully we'll be back with War number 10. If you enjoyed this, please hit like, please hit subscribe for more War videos later, and as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.